Joining me now, Larry Elder, conservative talk radio host and former Republican candidate for president. Larry, it's been a few months since I've been in L.A., but the president will not be kept down. I mean, he goes to those two states. I think you're going to see him going to New York and New England as well, and out here in California. I understand he's making a trip. But how important is this statement now, given what's happened?
Well, welcome to the hood, Laura. It's very important. Look, the average family of four is paying about $1,000 a month for the same goods and services as they paid 3 or 4 years ago. The borders are wide open. Crime is up. He's got a track record to run on, and all he has to do is talk about how much better off you were when I was president, and I think that's going to be the closing argument.
I really believe that they thought that bombarding him with all of these cases, these state cases, civil cases, criminal cases, that he would just kind of roll over and say, you know, I'm out. Yeah. But, I mean, it is impressive to see him out there today. And he's on the new issues, too, on squatting. He's on talking about the border. He's staying on the bloodbath comment. He's leaning into the bloodbath comment, despite the fact that, you know, we're going to get into this a little later. But
and I know you've been around him. I was, too, when I got off the campaign trail, and I spoke with him for some time. And I asked him whether at 3 o'clock in the morning, Laura, does he ever say to himself, why did I do this? Given all these lawsuits, given all this onslaught, 91% of the news media against him is negative. And he said, I felt I had an obligation to my country. The man is what's the word, indefatigable. You can't keep him down.
Now, the latest thing they're trying to get him on, this just is hilarious because it never works. They keep doing this. He made a comment about illegals committing crimes. Right. And he referenced them as animals. Well, now, the Biden campaign tweeted out that Trump said, quote, Democrats said, please don't call immigrants animals. And I said, no, they're not humans, they're animals. Well, it sounds pretty bad, but they also shared this. Watch.
The 22-year-old nursing student in Georgia who was barbarically murdered by an illegal alien animal. The Democrats say, please don't call them animals. They're humans. I said, no, they're not humans. They're not humans. They're animals.
If you notice, he didn't say immigrants are animals. Well, Lord, but again, do you think any of this is going to work?
I don't. It's just Trump derangement syndrome 101. He never said there were good Nazis and bad Nazis on both sides. He never mocked a disabled reporter. He never said, I want you to go and violently tear up the Capitol. He said, that I want you to peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard. He never said drink bleach or inject bleach. They do this over and over and over again, and I think most Americans are fed up with it.
Now, the campaign trail this time is going to be very different because there's actually going to be campaigning done. But do you agree with me that Joe Biden will never, and I mean never, debate Donald Trump?
He is not going to debate Trump. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? He would get demolished, and they know it. He can't even give a regular speech. He can't even read a teleprompter. So he's not going to debate Trump. He's going to argue that all Trump is going to do is lie and lie and lie. I'm not going to be party to his lies. So that'll be his excuse for not doing it. But he will not debate Donald Trump.
Now, there was a powerful moment during this speech in Michigan where Trump promised justice for one of the victims of illegal immigrant crime. Let's watch.
2 weeks ago, I said, I will deliver justice for Laken. I said that, and now, today, I'm adding something. It's going to be for Laken, and it's also justice for Ruby. We're going to deliver justice for Ruby. We're going to watch what happens with this thug. We're going to watch what happens. And we have all the law enforcement behind. They're going to be watching what happens to this thug. He's not going to get away with it.
Another crime that occurred in the Midwest, another illegal immigrant brutalizing a woman.
Yeah, and by a career criminal who's had a whole bunch of convictions, shouldn't have been out on the streets. I'm setting up a PAC, I'll be announcing it sometime down the road, to get rid of these soft on crime DAs because of all these people who are out on the streets who should not be on the streets.
I get Gascon here.
It's ridiculous. There have been 2 attempts to recall him. They have failed, but the one in the Bay Area, Bodine, was recalled. And only about 5% of voters in that city are Republican. So he was even too radical for these radical voters up in the Bay Area.
Well, you got to clean up Los Angeles. This is a great city. This has all got to be cleaned up and cleaned out. Larry, it's always great to see you. Thanks for coming in. All right.
My pleasure.
President Trump.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.